Hold up. Taylor Swift just dropped something that's about to change everything, and I'm not talking about another surprise song at the Eras Tour. No, this is bigger. Way bigger. And if you're a Swiftie, you're going to want to hear every single word of what I'm about to tell you. So picture this. You're scrolling through Instagram on September 19th, probably wondering when Taylor's going to give us another cryptic post, and boom, she hits us with an announcement that nobody saw coming. But here's the thing that's got me completely shook. This isn't just about music anymore. Taylor Swift is literally taking over movie theaters. I'm not kidding. She just announced that her brand new album, The Life of a Showgirl, is getting its own theatrical experience. But wait, it gets crazier. She posted this photo of herself in full Showgirl gear, and let me tell you, the visuals are absolutely stunning, with a caption that reads like she's personally inviting you to the most exclusive party of the year. And honestly, that's exactly what this is. But here's where it gets interesting, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this because what she's planning is unlike anything any artist has ever done before. She writes, and I quote, "I hereby invite you to a dazzling soiree, the official release party of A Showgirl, October 3rd through October 5th, only in cinemas." Now, when I first read this, I thought, okay, cool, another concert film. But then I kept reading, and my jaw literally dropped. This isn't just a concert film. This is something completely revolutionary. And what she's including in this theatrical experience is going to blow your mind. First off, you're getting the world premiere of her new music video for The Fate of Aaliyah, a song that already has fans going absolutely wild with theories. But that's just the beginning. You know how we're always dying to know what goes on behind the scenes when Taylor creates her masterpieces? Well, she's giving us exactly that. Never before seen behind-the-scenes footage showing how they made the music video cut by cut. Can you imagine? We're literally going to see Taylor's creative process unfold in real time. But it doesn't stop there. She's including cut-by-cut explanations of what inspired the music. Think about that for a second. Taylor Swift sitting down and walking us through her thought process, her inspiration, the hidden meanings we've been theorizing about for months. It's like getting a masterclass in songwriting from the Queen herself. And then, brand new lyric videos from the entire album. Not just one or two songs. The whole thing. In theaters, with that cinema sound quality that's going to make every word hit differently. But here's the part that really got me excited, and this is where Taylor shows she really understands her fan base. She adds, "Looks like it's time to brush off that Eras Tour outfit or orange cardigan. Tickets are on sale now. Dancing is optional, but very much encouraged." Dancing is optional, but encouraged? In a movie theater? Do you realize what this means? This isn't just watching a movie. This is a full-blown experience. It's like she's turning every cinema into a mini Eras Tour venue for 3 days only. Now here's something that's been bothering me, and I need to address this because I think a lot of people are missing the bigger picture here. This announcement came just over a month after Taylor revealed this album during her appearance on Travis Kelce's podcast. And the timing? It's absolutely strategic. During that podcast appearance on August 13th, Taylor gave us some insight into what this album is really about. She said, and this is crucial, "Album is about what was going on behind the scenes in my inner life during this tour, which was so exuberant and electric and vibrant." Let that sink in for a moment. While we were all watching Taylor perform night after night, breaking records and making history with the Eras Tour, she was simultaneously processing everything internally and turning it into art. This album is literally Taylor's diary of the most successful tour in history. But here's what's really blowing my mind about all of this, and why I think this theatrical release is going to be bigger than anyone realizes. Think about what Taylor has done here. She's not just releasing an album, she's creating an event, a cultural moment. October 3rd through 5th, that's 3 days. 3 days where Swifties worldwide are going to converge on movie theaters, probably in their Eras Tour outfits, ready to dance and sing along to brand new music. It's like she's turning every cinema into a mini Eras Tour venue for 3 days only. And can we talk about the business genius of this for a second? Because while everyone else in the music industry is struggling with streaming payouts and declining album sales, Taylor just found a way to get fans to pay movie ticket prices for her music. That's not just smart, that's revolutionary. But there's something else here that I think is even more significant. Remember when Taylor re-recorded her albums to own her masters? This feels like the next evolution of that same energy. She's not just controlling her music, she's controlling the entire experience of how we consume it. Think about it. Instead of dropping the album on streaming platforms and hoping for the best, she's creating scarcity. 3 days only, in theaters only. You want the full experience? You have to show up. You have to be part of the moment. And honestly, after seeing what happened with the Eras Tour ticket situation, I have a feeling these theater tickets are going to sell out faster than we can blink. But here's my advice, and trust me on this one, get your tickets now. Because this isn't just about the music. This is about being part of Taylor Swift history. This is about experiencing brand new Taylor Swift content the way she intended it to be experienced. Loud, communal, and with other people who understand exactly why this matters so much. The fact that she's encouraging people to wear their Eras Tour outfits tells me everything I need to know about what kind of energy she wants in these theaters. This is going to be part concert, part movie premiere, part community celebration. And honestly, we all need this right now. But let's dive deeper into what the life of a showgirl might actually sound like, because Taylor dropped some serious hints during that podcast appearance that I think a lot of people glossed over. She mentioned that there are going to be some bangers on this album. Now, Taylor Swift bangers are a different breed entirely. We're talking about songs that are going to dominate radio, TikTok, and probably the entire cultural conversation for months. But more than that, she said these are songs she's so proud of. When Taylor Swift says she's proud of something, that's when you know we're in for something special. This is the woman who gave us All Too Well 10-minute version and then had the audacity to make it even better. When she's proud, we should be excited. And the timing of this album release is absolutely perfect. We're getting this right in the middle of the Eras Tour phenomenon, while Taylor is at the absolute peak of her cultural influence. This isn't just an album. This is a victory lap that's somehow also a brand new beginning. But here's what I think is the most genius part of this entire strategy. By creating this theatrical experience, Taylor is essentially forcing us to experience her new music the way music used to be experienced, as a communal event, not just streaming alone in your room, but surrounded by other people who love it as much as you do. There's something beautiful about that, isn't there? In an era where everything is digital and isolated, Taylor is bringing us back together in physical spaces to celebrate art, and not just any art. Art that she says represents her inner life during the most documented period of her career. We've seen every Eras Tour outfit, every surprise song, every moment with Travis in the VIP tent, but we haven't seen what was happening in Taylor's mind and heart while all of that was unfolding. This album is going to be those missing pieces. And getting to see the behind-the-scenes footage of how these songs came together, that's the kind of content that usually ends up in a documentary years later. But Taylor is giving it to us now, while it's still fresh, while the emotions and creative process are still raw and real. I keep thinking about that phrase, dazzling soiree. That's not language you use for just any album release. That's language you use when you're throwing the party of the century. And based on everything we know about Taylor Swift's attention to detail, this theatrical experience is going to be produced within an inch of its life. The lyric videos alone are probably going to be works of art. Remember the lyric video for All Too Well 10-minute version? Now imagine that level of production value for an entire album's worth of songs experienced on the big screen with cinema-quality sound. But let's talk about something that I think is flying under the radar here. The dates, October 3rd through 5th. That's a weekend. Taylor Swift is literally creating a weekend event around her music. And in the entertainment industry, weekends are premium real estate. Movie theaters are going to be clearing their biggest money-making weekend slots. That tells me that the demand is already there. Movie chains don't give up their biggest money-making weekend slots unless they know something is going to be massive. And if there's one thing we learned from the Eras Tour, it's that Taylor Swift can fill any venue, anywhere, anytime. But here's what I'm most curious about, and what's keeping me up at night thinking about this. What is The Fate of Aaliyah actually about? This is the song getting the world premiere music video treatment. This is clearly one of the centerpieces of the album. And the fact that we're getting cut-by-cut explanations of what inspired it means Taylor wants us to really understand this song. She's not leaving anything up for interpretation. She's going to walk us through her creative process step by step. That level of transparency from Taylor Swift is unprecedented. Usually we're left to decode her lyrics and guess at hidden meanings. But for this album, she's literally going to explain her inspiration. It's like she's giving us the answer key to her art. And can we appreciate for a moment how perfectly this ties into the showgirl theme? Because what is a showgirl if not someone who commands attention, who puts on a performance, who dazzles an audience? Taylor has been doing that for over a decade, but now she's examining what that life actually looks like from the inside. This album is going to be Taylor's meditation on fame, performance, and the cost of living your life on stage. And getting to experience it in theaters, surrounded by other people who understand that journey, that's going to hit differently than just streaming it at home. But I'll be honest with you, I'm a little nervous about this. Not about the quality because it's Taylor Swift, but about the logistics. If the Eras Tour taught us anything, it's that demand for Taylor Swift experiences far exceeds supply. These theaters are going to sell out instantly.
And unlike concert venues that hold thousands of people, movie theaters have a much smaller capacity. We're talking about hundreds of seats per screening, not tens of thousands. The scarcity is built in, whether intentional or not. My prediction is that this theatrical experience is going to be so successful that it becomes a new model for how major artists release albums. Why just drop your music on streaming platforms when you can create an event, charge premium prices, and give fans an experience they can't get anywhere else? But more than the business implications, I'm excited about what this means for us as fans. We're getting to be part of something that feels historic. This isn't just another album release. This is Taylor Swift reimagining what an album release can be. And the fact that she's encouraging dancing in the theaters tells me everything I need to know about what kind of energy these songs are going to have. This isn't going to be a sad, introspective album. This is going to be celebration music, victory music. I survived the biggest tour in history and turned it into art music. So here's my final thought on all of this, and why I think you absolutely need to experience this in theaters if you possibly can. We're living through the Taylor Swift era, not just the Eras Tour, but the actual era where she is at the peak of her artistic and commercial power. Years from now, we're going